Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Mum loses fight for £1 million, estate she gave daughters to protect her benefits. A greedy mum who handed over her £1 million fortune to her two daughters to avoid losing out on benefits has now lost a court battle to claw it back. Camilla Baines transferred her £295,000 divorce settlement to her children and set fire to papers proving she owned her £800,000 home so she could keep her means-tested payments. She was once so close to daughters Sonia Baines, a doctor with the FA, and Sharn Baines, a lawyer, that the former donated a kidney to save her life. But the sisters ended up facing their mother in court this week, when Mrs. Baines sought to reclaim the 5-bedroom house in Sutton and the divorce cash. Suing at Central London County Court, Mrs. Baines claimed her daughters had colluded to make up a story to keep her out of her wealth. But the sisters fought back, with Sonia branding her mum motivated by greed and jealous of her daughter's success in life. Now following a 2-week trial, Judge Nigel Gerald has ruled Mrs. Baines can have no claim to the return of the house and money. It would be wrong to reach the conclusion that either daughter has done the dirty on their mother, he said. Rather, it seems to me more likely than not that the mother, having gifted these monies to her children, has realized the unwisdom of her conduct and now seeks to get back that which she gifted. Giving judgment, the judge described a very sad, troubled and unfortunate family. It would be an understatement to say that there has been a high degree of animosity, if not hate, between the children and the mother, he said. However, it was not always like that, with Sonia acting as donor when she needed a 3rd kidney transplant in 2017. She took the drastic step after her mum informed her that her 2nd kidney is failing and that she is dying, her lawyers told the court. Mrs. Baines, who relied on means-tested benefits due to her ill health, was divorced from her husband in 2011, but the financial wrangling between them dragged on until it was finally settled in 2019. Although she had previously received the former matrimonial home, Mrs. Baines had wanted to move as her ex was still living next door, and so a new house was bought in Rosehill Gardens, Sutton. The judge said the house was in her daughter Sonia's name, but that document signed by mum and daughter made it clear that Mrs. Baines was the true owner. Judge Gerald said that although Sonia's name was on the house, it had been agreed that her mum was the true beneficial owner of the 5-bed property, which was put up for sale 2 years ago at an asking price of £800,000. But that changed when she was warned by her lawyers around the time of the 2019 divorce payout of the risk of benefit fraud. A key letter was signed around that time in which the mother said she no longer had any ownership of the house and that she had burned previous trust deeds which had confirmed it was hers, he said. In my judgment, it is plain that this document was legally effective and binding, he said. I also accept Sharn's evidence that shortly after mother signed this document, she went and burned the 2015 and 2017 Rosehill Gardens trust deeds. Mother was consciously divesting herself of her assets so as to retain her welfare benefits. She had been alerted as to the risks of benefit fraud in May 2019. She wanted to get shot of this property so she could protect her benefits. He said the letter came 3 months after the 2019 consent order ending Mrs. Baines' divorce, which had been on terms which saw Sonia receive £100,000 and Sharn £240,000. In her court claim, Mrs. Baines said the money was only to be looked after by her daughters and that she is now entitled to get it back. But crucially, the judge said, although £45,000 of that received by Sonia was to be held on trust for her younger brother, there was no mention in the divorce court order of the rest being held for anyone other than the recipient. The only rights over it which Mrs. Baines had was in nominating who it was paid to, and the divorce judge was told that she would not own it. The lawyers and mother well understood that the recipient of the money would be the owner and not the mother, he said. The mother would just have to trust that person to return the money. Implicit was an understanding by the mother and her lawyers that there was a risk, that once the recipient got the money, he or she might just keep it and not return it. He added, "It is common ground that she didn't reveal to the benefits agency any interest in this money, and that was because she knew the money wasn't hers. She wanted to avoid any sort of benefits fraud. She knew this money wasn't her money, and she was not entitled to it." The £55,000 paid to Sonia and the £240,000 to Sharn was their money and effectively a gift. The decision means Sonia is true owner of the house and £55,000 of the money paid to her, while Sharn owns the £240,000 she received. The other £45,000, which went to Sonia, was for the benefit of her brother, the judge found. Get in touch with our news team by emailing us at webnews@metro.co.uk. For more stories like this, check our news page. Era. More, chilling moment. Guman acts out school shooting before mum thwarts his plan. Era. More, drunk barmaid had 6 passengers in small car when she caused fatal crash. Era. More, gang member chases man before stabbing him to death shouting, "Die, die, die." Stay on top of the headlines with daily email updates. This site is protected by Ray CAPTCHA and the Google privacy policy and terms of service apply. Your information will be used in line with our privacy policy.